Alright, fellas, I'm still out here in the garage. Since I'm having trouble with my 55 Chevy Pro Street, I'm gonna let that sit for a while, and I've got some other projects to work on. I'm working on a group build here. I had to go over and look. Deep Junk Garage is putting on, and I'm gonna get in on that one. And this is actually an AMT kit. Let me get daggone cat. Let me get that cat out of there in my bubbly. I'm working on my bubbly. All right. This is the AMT kit, the 1950 Chevy pickup that I built some time back. And you can see it's still got the red on it there because I built it to mimic my 1-to-1 49 Chevy pickup. So I had this all painted red. And the story behind this was, after I built it, it got dropped. And long story short, my daughter picked it up, my granddaughter picked it up off the floor, and the frame, when it hit, it bounced way off to the side. So when my wife pulled it in the garage, she kind of ran it over and crunched it, and it got broken 3 places. So I kind of glued it back together, and luckily all the wheels are touching the ground, so it doesn't look too bad. I mean, this is just going to be a shop truck. It's not any kind of show truck. Right now I've got it in, it's a Rust-Oleum primer. And there's the hood. Now, it's been setting for a few days. I think I painted it last weekend, but I'm undecided on what I'm going to do. I think I might, I don't know, I kind of like the primer the way it is. Maybe, rough that up some. Or I thought about getting a light blue or a green, maybe like a hunter green or forest green, and put a light coat of that on, then sand through it to get some of this rust or some of this red primer to show through. I don't know. I just haven't got that far yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to stick with the dual wheels here. I've already modified the frame in the back for those inner wheels to fit, and the dual wheels will fit underneath the stock fender location. Didn't have to do anything to those fenders. And I thought that was pretty cool, that I didn't have to touch anything on the body outside there. So I think that's going to stay as is. I never did really use that straight 6 there, because when I built this to mimic my 49, I had a big block Chevy in it. So I built that engine up, and I just put it back in the box, and it got dropped too, and a couple of parts popped off, but I got it glued back together, and it'll be fine. It was one of my early wire jobs, but it's going to stay as is. It wasn't the best, but it looks okay. I mean, it's going to be fine. Also, let me get this in here too. I just started working on this 40 wheelies pickup, and any of you guys that have got this or built, you know that the fenders are split right here for this tilt front end. Well, everyone that I've seen, pretty much everyone that I've seen, when that hood tilts back, they just don't line up all that great on both sides. So I decided to do it a little bit different. I cut those rear sections of that fender off the body and glued it onto the fender where it should be. So give it a full fender. So when this thing tilts, the full fender is tilting with it, and I think that's going to be a lot better fit and look. At least for me anyway. That was my thinking. So that's still early on. So all right, back on the shop truck. We've got all year to finish this, so I'm in no hurry, and I really haven't got anything in stone yet. I do have off of I've got a 34 Ford pickup here, and it has that. I built mine as a wrecker, and I've got a few of these kits, and I've got that winch in the back, that hoist, and I got a spare one right there. So I thought about putting that sucker in the back. I thought that'd look pretty cool to make this into a shop truck, but I really don't know. And I've also got the wood sides, just like on the box, the wood sides and that push bar up front. Well, it's not a bar, it's nothing but a board. A lot of old shop trucks did that back in the day. But I do have those as well, so those are options as well. So I'm still in the thinking process. This is as far as I've got. I know it's going to be a dually, but that's about all that I've got in stone at this point. Just kind of working slow on this. I keep it next to my toolbox where I can kind of look at it every now and then when I get some ideas or whatever. But that's about as far as I've got on it. I've got parts for it laying everywhere. There's the inner fenders and the firewall laying over here, and here's the old interior tub, the way I had it for my set up for my 49, because it was all red. So I've got to do something with that. And there's the front grill. So anyway, I'm still thinking about it, still working on it. And like I said, we got all year, and just thought I'd give a little update on just kind of what I've got in mind. But still haven't decided on exactly what direction I'm going. Okay, fellas, I think that's it. I'm done.